Hey, what is up, everybody? This is the Great Puckettini coming at you on behalf of PuckettFanshop.com. And over at PuckettFanshop.com that's my website. And what we do there is we put dog designs on all kinds of different products, from stickers to socks to shirts to anything you can think of. We put our dog designs on there. So head on over and take a look if you would. If you want something we don't have, send me a message and I'll try to do my best to add what you want. If we do have it, any way I can get my hands on it, I would love to do business with you. We also do custom orders. You see the Australian Shepherd there on my website. That's actually my dog that my artist made, and so it was based on my dog, and several of the dogs you see there on PuckettFanshop.com were custom orders that customers had reached out to me and asked if we could make them, and we did. So we'd love to do that for you too if you're interested at all. Dogs and football have been two of my favorite things that I've always liked as I've grown up. But what I'm doing today is I'm going to break down the Dallas Cowboys, one of their fifth round draft picks, Daron Bland. I don't know if that's Daron Bland or Darren Bland. I should have looked that up before. But anyway, I'm looking at him. He is a 6 foot, 197-pound cornerback from Fresno State. Now, the first thing I look at when I break down a player is I look at their size and speed, because there are prototype sizes and speeds for every position in NFL. That means, it's the perfect size and speed. Not perfect, I should say, but this is what you need to have to be successful. Most of the guys this position were this tall, weighed this much, was this fast, and were successful in the NFL. Okay, so the prototype size and speed for an NFL cornerback is 5'11", 193 pounds, and they run about a 4.47 40. Okay, so it's prototype size. So Bland is 6 foot, so he's a little bit bigger. That's all right. He's about an inch taller. He weighs 197 pounds, so he's about 4 pounds bigger than prototype size, and he runs a 4.48, which is 4.47 is prototype. So you see there that he has prototype size and speed to play corner in the NFL. And that's what you look for. You try to get guys that have the size and the speed, and then coach them up, and they should be able to become good players. Bill Parcells always said that as long as he stayed within his prototype size and speeds, he usually had good draft picks. But when he went away from that, tried to get somebody maybe too big, too small, wasn't fast enough, that's when he had some busts with some of his draft picks and everything. All right, now then next after their size, so Bland has that size and speed. Next, I look at their stats, and the stats from last year is what I looked at. He had 45 tackles, which is quite a bit for a corner. He had 45 tackles, he had 2 interceptions, and he had 1 forced fumble last season for Fresno State. He only played 1 year at Fresno State. He also played at Sacramento State. So 45 tackles was quite a bit. 2 interceptions, not very much. But, I saw him play a lot of man defense, and a lot of times they probably threw away from him. I didn't see whole games, but I saw his highlights, looked at several highlight videos. So next, which leads me into the film study. What I do at the end is I look at their film, look at all the highlights I can find, and kind of get a feel for what they can do on the field. And what I saw was he has really good hands. I saw him, he plays the ball real well. I saw him go up and intercept a pass with his hands. Didn't have to use his body. So he has really good hands. He's intelligent. He does not fall for tricks. I saw him intercept a pass. It was a double pass. They threw it to a receiver running back, backwards pass, and he threw it to a receiver down the field. And Bland came from all the way across the field, and he kind of followed the guy, or he was actually covering another guy, and then he come off of him and intercepted this pass. And it was a great play. He was lined up, started on the left hash, and intercepted this pass all the way between the right hash and the sideline. And you've probably seen it. That's one of the main videos they show of main highlights. But that was an incredible play by him to be disciplined, to stay back, and then to make a good play on the ball like he did. It was a great catch. He saved a touchdown and had a good return on it too. He reads the QB and routes well. On the other interception, they like to show a lot of him. The receiver's running kind of like a comeback route, and he read that, and so he sat on it. Then you see him look at the quarterback's eyes, and then he runs to where the quarterback's going to throw it and just gets there before the receiver did. and intercepts that pass. So he reads a QB well. He understands routes, it looks like. Um, so that's very good to see. I also saw him chase down a running back from way behind. A guy was way out in front, and he chased sucker down, caught him, and tackled him. He could have given up, but he didn't. So a lot of players say, just let him go. But he chased the sucker down and tackled him, got him down. And that's huge. On defense, you always want to make the offense run another play. Just get them down. Even if it's on the half-inch line, just get them down. Make them run another play. They might fumble it. They might have a penalty, whatever. So you save a touchdown. So it was very good to see. I saw him playing a lot of man-to-man defense, which is good because Dan Quinn, I know, talks about they like to play man some. Not all the time exclusively, but they do play some man defense. So you need corners in the NFL that can play man, and he has experience with that. He also returned punts at Sacramento State. And he's a good returner. I saw him, on one of his interception returns was real good. And I saw him with a couple of good punt returns at Sacramento State. Right now our punt returner is C.D. Lamb, and you don't want him. He's probably the main receiver. So, if I'm the head coach, I really don't want him returning punts all the time. Maybe big ones or something. I'd rather have my third or fourth receiver doing that, to be honest with you. And so I would look at him back at punt returner, Also, he can go up high and intercept the ball. I saw him go up high and knock down some passes, intercept some passes. Back when he was at Sacramento State, so he can get up high, and knock the ball down. He's also aggressive. He'll come up and make tackles. Like I said, I think he had 45 tackles. I think I said, and that's quite a bit for a corner. So you see him coming up and helping the run game. He's not afraid to come up and tackle, which is good for a corner. Now, how will he fit in the Cowboys this year? Of course, Trayvon Diggs, he's our bell cow corner. He'll be a starter. Now, our next two that played a lot last year, Anthony Brown and Jordan Lewis. But those two guys are past their age and peak years. They're probably past their prime. And I'm not saying they can't still have some good years, but injuries will start to creep in, tweak a hamstring, shoulder, something, starts to creep in as you get older. And they're past their peak years. And they also they've done a good job of acquiring talent at cornerback. They also have 5 other corners that have the prototype size and speed, just like Bland does. But you need a lot of corners in today's NFL. I think Bland should make the team and battle for playing time, He has too much talent to let him go, Big corner like that, you like to keep those guys because you're going to have to be covering 4 receivers a lot of the time. So you really need 4 corners in there, and then you need at least 6 or 7 for backups, So anyway, he also should be able to help on special teams, like I was saying, I'd look at him at punt return, try to take some stuff off of C.D. Lamb so he can be our main receiver. That's where we need C.D. is catching the ball on offense. Punt return, I let some of these other guys work at that. And maybe let CD go back there at times, maybe the most important ones, or, But your main guy, you don't want him returning punts a whole lot. I would not anyway. So, in my opinion, Darren Bland, or Daron, however you say his name there, has prototype size and speed. He's aggressive, he's smart, and he appears to play the whistle. He seems like be a hard worker, blue-collar worker. He's going to play the whistle. He's going to play hard hustle. He needs to make sure he needs to be on special teams. I think he'll be on special teams. He'll be on your kickoff team, punt return, punt team. A lot of times you try to get your linebackers running, but he might can play punt team well, maybe be a gunner. And also when he's on defense, I think he can play outside receivers and inside in the slot. Talk about these nickel corners and all this. He can do both. His prototype size and speed. So he can play inside, he can play outside. So he has that position flex that Dallas likes a lot, and every team should like that. So, one player can play 2 or 3 spots, So I think the Cowboys made a pretty good pick with Darren Bland, really good to get him in the 5th round. Not pretty good, I think it was really good. So I think they did a good job. Cowboys so far, I'm getting to the 5th round. I've been watching my videos. They've had a really good draft this season. They've had good drafts here in the last several years. They're doing a good job of acquiring talent. Now they need to get them on the field and let's get going. Let's win some games. Let's just get in the playoffs, win a few. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the Great Puckettini channel here. I post videos about the Dallas Cowboys and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Also check out my website, which is puckettfanshop.com, and see if we got anything over there you might like. You know, I'm up to like 40-something breeds of dogs, and we put them on all the kinds of products. So check that out. If there's anything you would like to see, send me a message. Send me a message on this video. Email me. However you can get in touch with me, do that. And because I'd love to do business with you. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Go Cowboys. Have a good day.